India is a heaven for minorities. This is the only country where the minorities number has grown. It was 16% in 1951. Now it is 21%. Majority, which was 84% in 1952-51, has come down to 79%. We are comfortable here in India, but we can't live without the seventh majority community. The Supreme Court clearly mentioned that there should not be any fraudulent conversion. You are referring to fraudulent conversion. So this should not happen. And whenever cases are coming to us, we send it to the state government to verify it and take action. Some states have passed anti-conversion law to stop this kind of fraudulent conversion.
Namaste. For the Indian Constitution and the Indian polity, the term minority is a mainstream word. And here we are today at the National Commission for Minorities, and with us is Shri Iqbal Singh Lalpura ji, the chairman of the National Commission for Minorities. Namaste, sir. Welcome to Sangam Talks.
Namaskar.
A brief introduction about Shri Iqbal Singh Lalpura ji is that he is a former IPS officer from the Punjab cadre, and he has done some tremendous job during the militancy period in Punjab. And some of his achievements in life, I would say, is the arrest of Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale, the Khalistani Sikh separatist leader in 1981, and the investigating officer of the Sikh Nirankari clash during 1978. He has held the position of DIG Punjab. He has served the FBI in USA as an expert on militancy. And one important thing is that his intelligence input during the separatist period, separatist time of separatism at Punjab, has really given a lot of favors for the national security in terms of preventing mishaps, in terms of preventing and mitigating terrorism in Punjab. So, sir, I would like to hear from you as to how your brief stint as an IPS officer in Punjab during the days of separatist militancy was.
So I spent about 35 years in Punjab. So militancy started in 1978 with the killing of Nirankaris. And then it continued and rather increased in 81, and after that it was at its peak up to 92, 93. Still, the remnants of militants are there, and Punjab and India is still facing that challenge, maybe at another level.
So could you throw some more light upon it at the another level? As you say, is it because of narcotics terrorism?
Not narco-terrorism, but people, it has become a business also. So Punjabis want to settle abroad. And political asylum after 80s was the easiest way to seek permanent stay in Europe and North American countries. So they used this platform, and some people started giving them fake certificates. They are being attacked by security agencies in Punjab. They are under threat, and most of them, those who left Punjab, settled there, and still people are getting those certificates to settle permanently in North American countries, Australia, and some other European countries. So this is still a process. That is why we keep on hearing Khalistan slogans abroad and protest abroad, which has no relevance in Punjab. Punjab wants peace. Punjab wants prosperity. Punjab wants justice, not these slogans. And most of the Punjabis living abroad are not supporting them at all. They are a handful of people but spoiling the image of the Sikh community and the country.
So what are the necessary things which we need to do today, or which we should have done in the past, which can probably reverse this trend of migration from Punjab to the Americas or to the Canadas?
Actually, Punjab has been a place of agitations since 1947. Actually, there were two political parties. One was Congress, other was Akalis since 1920s. They were together at one point of time when Mahatma Gandhi ji said that after the Gurdwara Ki agitation, so we have won the first battle of independence. Then these Akali leaders like Master Tara Singh, Baba Khadak Singh, they all joined Congress and were member of the working committee also. Up to 47, they were with the Congress. And the Britisher had a Sikh group that was known as Khalsa Nationalist Party. So after partition, they demanded their share, which the Congress had agreed. But they could not get it. So they even merged with Congress in 1948 and 56 politically, but kept their religious identity separate. 57 they contested the election jointly, the symbol of Congress. But after that, they parted way. Majority of the Sikh leaders, maybe 90%, who had won on the Congress ticket in 1957, they decided to stay back in Congress. Only 5 of the MLAs who had won on the Congress ticket and came back to the Akali fold. So now there was a power tussle, how to gain power. Those who gained started enjoying, others who were deprived of it found way to exploit the sentiments of the people to win. Then their language is the first thing which attracts people. Then the movement that is we call in Punjab the Morcha started for Punjabi language, and then it was for Punjabi Suba. Later on in 78 onward, for more powers to the states, the demands continued to add. Then in 1982, earlier it was taught by Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale for the release of 3 of his associates. Then it was changed into Dharma Yudh Morcha by Akalis in 1982. And it continued up to 84 without any success. After Blue Star, the things changed. During militancy also, before, the ISI jumped in to support the militants active in Punjab. And they were getting weapons from across the borders. Most of the smugglers also helped the terrorists to gain weapons from foreign. So this is how the things, but with the passage of time, no problem has been solved so far. The issues, I don't think they were serious about these issues. They were more serious about the formation of the government, which they enjoyed, the Congress and the Akali Dal both. But still, those issues are raised in one way or the other. This is the issue.
So can we say that the recent organization called Waris the Punjab is an extension of this power tussle, or is it a separate sponsored, foreign sponsored movement? What do you think?
Waris Punjab means they have nothing to do with the real issues of Sikhism, because they were not the baptized Sikh, or they have done anything, neither they were the purist nor having knowledge about Sikh religion. So how this needs to be proved, who they are. And Mr. Sidhu, when he died, he was in the company of a lady, and liquor was recovered from his vehicle. So Sikh are purist. They don't drink and they don't touch the women whom they are not married. So this is all propaganda.
And we also seen when Amritpal Singh was arrested that he had a kind of personified Bhindranwale and tried to how does your stint as an IPS officer then, wherein you played a role in arresting Bhindranwale, and now you see a young chap coming just like personified Bhindranwale. How do you like compare these two events?
Bhindranwale, when he was alive, the issue was separate. That problem was that Nirankaris, Gurbachan Singh Nirankari of that time, the head of the Nirankari mission, was actually allegedly involved into sacrilege of Shri Guru Granth Sahib. And the sentiments of the Sikh community were with him. In 78, 17 people were killed in Amritsar on 13th of April 1978. I was part of that investigation team, but we could not secure the conviction of those criminals. As they were acquitted by a session judge of Karnal on a very flimsy ground, that they have recorded the statement of one inspector, Anup Singh. He said that this happened like this, and that was not there were other things also. And then the government should have gone for appeal against the orders. The Congress government under Gyani Jail Singh ji, who was the Home Minister, or later on Mr. Darbara Singh, decided going against for appeal. Now that compelled, or I would say, then he took the other way, Bhindranwale. So let's revenge and kill the Gurbachan Singh Nirankari. This is how the Militancy, some other Nirankaris were killed. Now this is not the issue. Before, there is no sacrilege issue. Now what he wants,
Amritpal Singh.
Amritpal, is not clear what he wants.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think is his? And now he has become the elected leader also.
Yes, this is actually whosoever in jail is considered, I would say, warrior. Earlier also from that constituency, Jathedar Mohan Singh Tod was elected when he was in jail 77. He defeated the then Chief Minister almost in 62 when he was Mohan Singh Tod was in jail. But he was a great leader, Mohan Singh Tod. So similarly, this Sir Simarjit Singh Man, he got elected when he was in jail in 89. So that constituency has this kind of mindset. The person who is in jail is considered a warrior for the community. This is how Amritpal could win.
One more question I want to ask regarding this. What message is that you want to give to today's youths of Punjab or Sikhs anywhere in the world when they see Amritpal Singh or Sidhu Moosewala as an icon? What is the identity that they should try to get clear themselves and take the right path towards nation building? What your advice in this regard?
Punjab is land of 7 rivers, Sapt Sandhu, Indus, and this Jhelum, Ravi, Byas, Chenab, Satluj, and this Saraswati. So in this land, we have seen Takshila University, the first ever university in the world, maybe 2500 years back.
Yeah. Recorded history.
Recorded history is there. And Punjabis were the most educated people, most brave people. Then came Porus in this land. He almost defeated Alexander. And then comes this 10 Sikh gurus. Then their disciples or the followers like Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, who established the Sikh rule defeating the Mughal, uprooted the Mughal Empire in 1710. Then came Maharaja Ranjit Singh. The people from America, England, Russia, Italy, France used to serve under him. And the 1846 agreement, the Britishers made it a point that the Sikh Empire will not appoint any foreigners without consulting them. So that was the height of Punjab's richness, Punjab's culture, and this is a common culture. The Guru Nanak is known to be the Guru of Hindus and Peer of Muslims. So they all lived peacefully there. So now what this group wants to do, they are not clear about themselves. So they are just creating law and order situation problem without understanding the Punjab culture, the Punjab history, and I think they are not on the right track. They are absolutely off track and creating law and order in Punjab and doesn't understand that this is going to spoil Punjab.
So is the SGPC not doing enough to bring back Punjab on right track? What are your views on it?
SGPC is Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee. They only manage Gurdwara. They are not the leader of the Punjab. Their Gurdwara management is also questionable now. We have seen so many allegations against them and they have created more problems. The last election for SGPC general election was held in 2011 and almost after till last 14 years. So there has not been any election to the SGPC. So SGPC, it's not the representative of Punjab. They are the manager of Sikh Gurdwaras.
Okay, so coming back to your stint as the IPS officer, and from the public citizen's point of view, what do you think are the challenges which the government or the police forces faced in those days, and what are the same factors which the forces are still facing?
1978, I told you, that was more of a religious problem. Yeah. That was sacrilege of Shri Guru Granth Sahib that was involved, and Sikh sentiments were with the person who were opposing it, maybe A, B, C, D. Then they added certain things political to it, like pious city status for Amritsar and Golden Temple Express, like this, all religion things, majority of those. Now Punjab wants peace. Peace, justice. Justice at every level. Punjabis have never actually accepted any person who is committing atrocities. So now this, I would say it is very difficult to get justice from the state administration. There were allegations of fake encounters during militancy. Some of the police officers are being convicted now, even after 20 years of their retirement. So this should have been solved at a very early stage. I had suggested this thing to the then Chief Minister Sardar Bhindranwale Singh to do something to assuage the feelings of the Sikh masses, so that the peace could be, I would say, strengthened in Punjab. You need to strengthen it. So other thing is, Punjabis are all one. We are all relatives. You cannot identify a Punjabi with a turban or with not a turban. So we are the same DNA. So we all Punjabis are one. That has to be strengthened.
So when it comes to Punjab, the neighboring country is Pakistan. And how have you seen, or how do you see the relationship of Pakistan with Punjab, specifically from the perspective of separatism, and also from the, from narcotics terrorism point of view, from flaring warfare? From that perspective, how do you see the relationship with Punjab and Pakistan? And has India dealt with Pakistan in this regard as we should?
Actually, since partition, Pakistan has been fighting against India. In Kashmir, that is started in 1948 when Rajakars entered, and there were Sikh generals who fought against Pakistan. 65, again they say, had there been Sikh generals with us, the result would have been different. So in 71 again. So the Punjabis were fighting against Pakistan, and Pakistan is doing everything to spoil the youth of Punjab. Smuggling around across the 550-kilometer border was a routine. Till 1988, there was no barbed fencing, and people could easily walk into India and Pakistan. They even used to take pan to Pakistan.
And sell there?
That sell there, the liquor, the animals like buffaloes. So they could take anything to Pakistan, sell it there, and bring opium and other contrabands from that area. Okay. So this was their livelihood. Okay. But majority of the rich people started smuggling of gold, silver, narcotics, and weapon, which the ISI supported. So I know way back in 1978, 234 revolvers were recovered in Amritsar when I was there, from a smuggler. It was to be sold in Uttar Pradesh and other places. Okay. So Pakistan is doing this.
Since we all know that how the Operation Blue Star unfolded and how things went off, and when it comes to Blue Star, a name always pops up, that is Shri Ajit Doval ji, who is currently the National Security Advisor. So what was your experience of having worked with him, or how do you see him as a leader?
Mr. Ajit Doval was a very active leader. He knows how to lead the force by example. He would take the risk himself, and then the team will follow him. He is a great leader, and he is doing the same service to the nation even today.
And is there some lessons which today's India can learn from him? Today's India's forces can learn from him, apart from what you said now, that what are the things which can be adopted from his way of working?
He can work at the ground level, which most of the senior officers now avoid. They entrust it to someone else, but Mr. Doval would do it himself with perfection. He is a perfectionist. Okay. He knows how to get information and how to control crime. He knows it.
So, sir, while you were an IPS officer, you also find time for reading, for writing, for publishing your works. So, what are some of your works which you have published? If you could give an introduction about a few of your works.
I have authored 25 books. These books are basically on Sikh philosophy and history. So, these are about the questions which came to my mind, and I try to find the answers from Guru Granth Sahib or from the Sikh history. Like the Sikh used to hate Gangu Brahman for his role that he was the person who betrayed Guru Gobind Singh's confidence and got arrested his two sons, Sahibzadas, Sahibzada Joravar Singh and Sahibzada Fateh Singh. But Uh, I just wanted to know what was the Guru's view about Brahmins and what is the contribution of Brahmins. So the book is Brahman Pala Akhiya. Brahman is a good person. So out of the 35 writers of the Guru Granth Sahib, 16 are Brahman. 45% writer of Guru Granth Sahib are Brahman. They were born in Brahman. And the first Shaheed and the last Shaheed with Guru Tegh Bahadur, Sati Das, Mati Das, they were all Brahmins. So Brahmins' contribution as a community for the Sikh cause, it's much more what we do. And this is what I have documented from Gurbani and the history of the people. Similar is the case with Muslims. We Sikh have a grudge against the Muslim kings, the Mughal, like Jahangir martyred Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Guru Tegh Bahadur was martyred by Aurangzeb. And lekin otherwise, but most of the Muslims were Guru's disciple. He was known as the Peer of Muslim. So I have again 5 of the writer of Guru Granth Sahib are Muslim. Their writing is, the Bani is there, which we consider as a Gurbani, and we seek guidance from those words. Similarly, they sacrificed their life for Guru, and they stood by Guru in every problem. Like when Guru Gobind Singh was surrounded by the Mughal army, he escaped as Uchta Peer, Peer of the Muslims, and he was carried by Muslim disciples only. So this is history. So there are people who betrayed even from the Sikh community, but generally they were the followers of the Guru. Similar is the case with every community, the Muslims, if Gangu Brahman betrays, there were Kirpa Dutt and others to sacrifice for Guru. Similarly is the case with Muslims. If then there was Mumtaz, who said that Bachittar Singh, his father Nihang Khan just said that he is the husband of my daughter, and he died the next day even without touching her. So she said that I am the widow of a Sikh Shaheed, so I will not marry throughout life, and she lived about 120 years as a widow of that person. So there are so many stories about these people. Similarly is the introduction of Sikhism. People don't know much about. I have written latest book as Sikhism, a Divine Faith for the learners. And Sikhism teaches to be angel. So my book is Manasya Devte. So these are my general subject. So I have tried to find answer for myself and then share it with the people.
Sir, as the chairperson or as the chairman of the National Commission of Minorities, how do you see that our previous governments have dealt with the minorities in India, particularly from the perspective of how they have kept the other minorities like the Sikh, the Buddhists, the Jains, the Parsis, and how is it that a particular community or Muslims have been given extra advantages when it comes to appointments in the commission, when it comes to other facilities, when it comes to other schemes of the government? How do you evaluate this?
The then Congress government from 1947 to 77 never thought of doing anything for minorities. At one point of time, they thought even, this is a book, Khalistan Conspiracy by GBS Sidhu, that Indira Gandhi decided to kill Sikh to win 1985 election. This is how this Blue Star and everything happened. And GBS Sidhu is a raw officer of 64 batch. His father-in-law was the Defense Minister of India, Sar Swaran Singh, External Affairs Minister, very close to the Gandhi family. So in 77, Morarji Desai government came. And then, as Mr. L.K. Advani was telling me, that he, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji and Chaudhry Charan Singh ji were advocated the case of Minority Commission, so that they should take all the minorities along to strengthen the peace and prosperity of India. So then came this National Commission for Minorities, just to remove the sense of insecurity, inequality and injustice. So this was to be under a Union Cabinet Minister. But unluckily, the Congress came again in power in 79 only. So this was a child, I would say, commission. So it again came in the hand of the Congress government, and the real purpose of removing that sense of insecurity, inequality, discriminations was not allowed to be implemented at ground level. Even today also I have written I would say letter to all state governments to have Sarv Dharm Samvad, interaction with all religions very regularly. And then Sarv Dharm Sadbhavana, like this today we are celebrating Ramadan. Like we should also participate at least in one religious function of every religion. Everybody should join it to know about the other religions' culture. And India is a heaven for minorities. This is the only country where the minorities number has grown. It was 16% in 1951. Now it is 21%. Majority, which was 84% in 1952-51, has come down to 79%. The minorities has gone up. Now this is actually to develop all the minorities, much more needs to be done. But the government of India presently is doing everything so that all members, all of the community are taken care. We are comfortable here in India, but we can't live without the seventh majority community. To how to integrate them, how to make a good strong, that needs to be taken care.
So when it comes to dealing with the minorities, how do you see Mr. Narendra Modi and his stint as 3 times Prime Minister? That is Narendra Modi 1.0, 2.0 and the ongoing 3.0. How do you see his policies with respect to the minority community? All the minorities, not only just the Islam.
I would go to my personal experience with him. Number one, on my request, what is our policy about the minority? He said, even if a small child in the home is not happy, how the family can live peacefully? So they are 21%. They should live happily in this country. Only then the country will progress. So they are our people. We are one. We have to strengthen the last man sitting on the border. Not border, we call him the first entry point of India. He should be the happiest person. So we must do everything for all Indians. This is one point. So there is no place to harm the interest of any of the Indian. Number two, what about the economic progress? This commission also take care of their education and employment. So education, we have been helping all the communities. Separate commission has now been constituted for linguistic minorities. Now, Prime Minister said, okay, we have more than 200 schemes for all Indian citizens. Where is it written that this is not for minority? If any Indian person has 225, the minorities have 240, 15 more. They are having more schemes for them for education and employment. So people are not aware of these schemes. Our concern is to take these schemes to the last man, this can only be done through the NGOs, the educationists and the religious people. They should involve themselves in the development of their community.
Sir, one question which came to mind while you were speaking about minorities. In India, there are at least 8 states where Hindus are in minority. So why can't they be accorded the minority status in the respective states? What rule is stopping the governments, previous and the present government, from according minority status on Hindus wherever they are in minority?
The National Commission for Minorities looks after the 6 minority communities. These are notified minorities in the Constitution. Actually, we all need help where the minorities are ruling, like in Punjab, the Sikh is ruling. In Jammu and Kashmir, a Muslim government is there. Northeast Christians are there. So they should take care of the Hindu minority and help them to get good education and employment. So otherwise, it is decided at the national level, not at the state level or the district level.
That is true, sir. But when we see the status, the current status of Hindus in these states, and when we see the historic happenings in these states when it comes to Hindu, for example, what happened in Manipur, what happened in the Jammu and Kashmir in the past, what happens in the other Christian-dominated states in the northeast, the condition of Hindus are pathetic. So technically saying Hindus are a minority there. So how would the commission would like to see this aspect?
Actually, all Indians are Indians. And it is the duty of the state government and to promote education and employment and arrange education and employment for every person. So this is our constitutional duty to promote peace, promote harmony, promote education. So in Manipur, there was clashes between Matai Christians and Kuki Christians, not Hindus. And so you can have any religion and practice any religion, but there was mostly Kukis versus Matais. That was a clash between two groups, not on the base of religion, but on the base of tribe. This was a tribal, and then the foreign people also involved themselves. It's a big problem.
So, I mean, when it comes to India, religion plays a very big role in one's identity. And when we say identity, it's religious identity is very much important for everyone. At this point of time, we see religious conversions happening at a very faster pace. Down south, east, west, center, north, everywhere we see there is a very large push from the traditional communities, that is the Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Hindus, moving towards Christianity, Islam. And recently, my specific question with you regarding this is the movement of Sikh community towards Christianity. That to foreign funded religious conversion happening at a very faster pace in certain cities of Punjab, wherein fund mostly comes from Canada, North Americas. So how do you see this as a chairperson of the National Minorities Commission? And how do you see the role of SGPC in this? Because Dharma is somewhat the other way accorded with the Gurudwaras, the Mandirs, the Viharas. So how do you see the role of SGPC in this, in preventing corruption? I mean, preventing conversion?
Actually, the Constitution gives us right to practice any religion and preach any religion. But the Supreme Court clearly mentioned that there should not be any fraudulent conversion. You are referring to fraudulent conversion.
Yes.
So this should not happen. And whenever cases are coming to us, we send it to the state government to verify it and take action. Some states have passed anti-conversion law to stop this kind of fraudulent conversion. And even today I was reading a report about a girl being converted to Islam fraudulently for other reasons. So they call it love jihad. So that was a fraudulent marriage, not knowing the fact that he was already married or having a relation with some other lady. This lady converted to Islam and married him. Now she is repenting that she was cheated. She was cheated by that person. So the local agencies should take care of any fraudulent conversion or conversion by bribing or giving false promises that I will cure. Every religion and every prayer is there for the welfare of the community. We pray in Islam, we pray in Hinduism, Sikhism, Christianity. All prayers are by the devotee to the God, and God is one. And we have messengers of God. In Sikhism, the Guru Nanak made an ordinary human being an angel, and these angels are working for the welfare of the society without indulging into any kind of conversion. So this is their work. But some people are doing these wrong things which the local government should prevent.
So do you see this as a sponsored tactics to change demography of India? Is there any scope? Like there are so many case studies for you to read upon. Have you ever come across a sponsored attempt from the foreign countries to change demography?
This is for the government, state government agencies to see that these funds coming to India for charity work are not misused, and this money does not come by illegal means. Government agencies have stopped so many cases, so many organizations, but this is a problem which needs constant watch.
So the commission has referred so many cases to the respective state governments. And based on your experience in reading the cases, reading the complaints, reading the observations, what do you suggest to the general public or to the viewers when it comes to conversion? Like, how do you exactly tackle it? For example, the example which you gave, the lady was duped, she was cheated. So, but she could have done some preventive job, but she was not aware of it. So, what are the preventive and awareness which we need to have in the society?
All religions are good. All religions takes to only one God.
So that's idealism, but the practicality is...
Practicality is then it's a fraudulent way, which should not happen. I tell you one thing. So we call Bhagwan Krishna, Lord Krishna. He says then where is a crime or an injustice in the world, I come to this earth. So Guru Nanak again came, as God came as Guru Nanak. Aap Narayan Kalatar Jag mein parvareo. Muhammad Sahib was the messenger of God. Musa was the messenger of God. Lord Christ was the son of God. Again, Guru Gobind Singh also son of God. He says, God called me, कि I make you my son. Go and remove the injustice from the society. मैं अपना सुतोहे निवाजा, पंथ प्रचर वे साजा, जाए तहाँ तुम धर्म चलायो, कबुद्ध करन तो लोग हटायो. From time to time, God has been sending His messengers, or He Himself was coming to this earth to make this place a heaven, and we should not make it a hell.
So is Narendra Modi ji a messenger of God?
Naturally, we are all. You are also a messenger of God. You are also a messenger of God. He is a great human being, full of love and vision, ideas for the development of our country. We are now number one in the world. Our passport respect has grown up. Only yesterday, a Pakistani diplomat or an ambassador level person was not allowed to enter America. This cannot happen to any Indian citizen now. We are all respected. This is all Modi Krishma.
So recently in India, there has been riots in Delhi, there has been riots in Bengal, there has been riots in Sambhal and other parts of India. And you have visited these places. And what are your observations when it comes to minority status there?
I have been to Jahangirpuri, I have been to Nu, I have been to Sambhal. Wherever there is a problem, I have tried to be there. There has not been a single clash between two communities. In Nu, the Hindus saved the mosques, the Muslims saved the temples. When I reached there, they said that there was 84 Kosi Yatra, 84 miles pilgrim, which Hindus do, that the Muslim serves as khidmat. They treat them, they massage their legs, they offer them food. Communities have never fought against each other. Again in the Sambhal, the same thing happened. So this was no clash between Muslims and Hindus there in Sambhal.
So I would like to intervene, sir. Because I visited Nu, and then who was it who fired from the mountains of Nu?
Yes, that is the person they said. Okay, now you identify those people. From where he has come, from the Rajasthan side. It is for the administration to see that these criminals are not allowed to disturb the law, disturb the peace of the area. Same things happen everywhere. When the Sambhal, the government administration has gone for the survey, and since morning there was a picketing by certain elements. They wanted to disturb the peace, not a clash between the two communities. It was a clash between the administration and a group of people who wanted to disturb the peace.
So who are those people?
So the government agency should identify, they are identifying it, they are taking action. So I have also written the same thing. In Jahangirpuri, 8 people were injured. So I went there. They said, why have you come? We live together. We celebrate the Eid, we celebrate Gurpurab, we celebrate Diwali, we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate all the religious functions together. But I said, who is the criminal? They said, you have to find it. We are all sitting here. Ganga Jamna Tehzeeb hai, hum milke reh rahe hain. So 8 people were injured. 7 of them were policemen. The gunshot wound was received by a sub-inspector, for whom I wrote to the state of Delhi that person should be rewarded. And only one person, he was unknown, he was not from that area, who was injured. This is how these mischief mongers, those who are trying to disturb peace, should be identified and strict action should be taken against them.
But frankly saying, the public understanding of all these clashes is not as you said. It's different. It's intercommunity based clashes. That's the public understanding of.
No, actually, that's why I have written them to Sarv Dharm Samvat. We should all sit together, discuss each and everything. I don't know what is the salutation by a Muslim, what is the salutation by a Zoroastrian Parsi. खुशामदीद कहेगा आपको, हमें नहीं मालूम, हमें जय जिनेंद्र नहीं मालूम, हमें नमो बुद्धे नहीं मालूम, हमने स्टडी नहीं किया कि दूसरे की धर्म की इज़्ज़त करना, नमस्कार करना या सिखों का वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा वाहेगुरु जी की फ़तेह कहनी, ये हमें सभी भारतीयों को इसके बारे में सीखना चाहिए. वी आर वन, गॉड इज़ वन, वी आर ऑल इंडियंस. And this is our country, this is heaven for minorities, and we have to live and grow here together.
Sir, at one side, the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, is accused of Muslim appeasement. On the other side, he has received the greatest number of awards from nations which practice Islam. So how do you compare these two things? As an appeaser, as an awardee?
Actually, Modi ji, as I told you earlier, he is a great human being. people like Modi is born once in a century, and we are happy to be working with him. He is a superhuman being. He is full of love. He is full of understanding for every religion, and that's why he is getting all the respect. So he is not against, and as I told you, he wants every Indian practicing any religion to get the best education and the best employment. India is the country where Azharuddin can be the captain, Bishan Singh Bedi can be the captain, Balbir Singh can be the captain. Not in the other country where in Pakistan the total minority population was 22% in 1951. Now it is 6%. Where other 15% are gone? Yunus Yohanna has to change his religion to be in the cricket team. Danish Kateria had to leave because of this reason only. Same is the case with Bangladesh. What is happening there? There was again the population of minorities was 22%, now 9%. The condition of Muslims, Hindus there is well known. Same is the case with Afghanistan. We had about a million, about 8 lakh plus Hindu and Sikh, now not even a one to look after the Gurdwara and temple. India is definitely a heaven on the earth for the minorities. And Modi ji loves everyone and wants everyone to grow as an Indian and do the best thing. So that's why we had 4 minority presidents, we had minority prime minister, we had senior ministers from the minorities. So we still have, so this is the best place in the world for minorities.
So you're from Punjab and you've seen decades of politics there. And at the nation level, for the last 13 years, BJP has been in power and they have been struggling to form a government at the Punjab on its own, though earlier they were in government with the Akali Dal. How do you see the prospects of Bharatiya Janata Party in Punjab?
Bharatiya Janata Party is in politics in Punjab since 1952. We have won 2 MLA seats in Punjab in 1952. That was a PEPSU state. And we were part of the Akali at that time. Mr. Gyan Singh Radewala was the chief minister. So we had contesting elections since then. Since 1967, no government was formed, anti-Congress government, without the active participation of the Bharatiya Janata Party or the Jan Sangh. In 1967, Balramji Das Tandon was the Deputy CM of Punjab. So we have our own infrastructure there. We have village level workers, but we have been sacrificing for the unity, integrity and communal harmony in Punjab. That's why we were contesting only less than 20% seat, that is 23 only. And the Akali Dal was contesting the rest of the 94. So now we are having 19% plus vote share in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, and we are very close to winning the next election. It would be the BJP who would be the forming government in 2027, because we have a leader in Narendra Modi, we have a policy, we have the intentions to promote Punjab. जो हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, नेता चाहिए, नियत चाहिए, नीति चाहिए. हमारे पास नेता भी है, नियत भी है और नीति भी है.
So the Shiromani Akali Dal has been in power for like so many years continuously. And how do you analyze and assess their achievements in Punjab? Have they been really able to secure the rights of Punjab or the Punjabis or the culture of Punjab and its history?
Actually, as I told you earlier, they were only agitating to gain power. Once they gain power, they forget Punjab and the Punjab problems. We had an agreement with Shri Jawaharlal Nehru in 1956, which was not implemented. Then we had this Rajiv Longowal Accord. Nobody tried to fulfill it and get it fulfilled. Similarly is the case, they know how to raise and propagate an issue, but they are not really interested in solving that problem. So this I can say on record. During 1984 riots, 2,733 people were killed in Delhi. I visited that place so many times. Even today, lady from that place had come to me. So I asked them whether the president, who was a Sikh in that time, did he came to this place? They said no. Then the Home Minister Bhutta Singh, they said no. Then I said whether Mr. Prakash Singh Badal has come to this place during his lifetime. They said no. Then I asked them, what about Surjit Singh Barnala? He formed the first government after Rajiv Longowal Accord. They said no, he has not come. Now you see their commitment. But the day Narendra Modi government took over, he sent Mr. Rajnath Singh ji to visit that place and gave 5 lakh rupees to per family, and that was implemented. Now only 14 people were given job. With the intervention of the commission and the blessing of the Prime Minister, 100 people were given job only 2 months back. So Modi ji is committed to solve the problem, sort out the problem. I have written a book about his work to the Sikh community. That is, he was called Masiha by SCPC in 2019. I have written this book. I gave it to him before publication. Sir, I have given this caption Masiha to this book as you were called Masiha or angel by the SCPC. He said, no, I am not the angel. I am the servant. Give it the name is as servant. So I published it as Seva Ko Seva Banai, mentioning that Modi ji is the servant of the Sikh community. So he has this kind of intention. He has done 32 such work which nobody ever thought of. I think we have nothing to say against Akalis. It is their politics. But the question they raise should be implemented. In Punjab, they were supposed to promote Punjabi. Punjabi is the original language. Punjab gave birth to Chanakya ji. So what happened to now? This is the land of gurus, the land of Vedas. So Punjab is the best land of the country. But now the leadership during the last 60, 70 years has kept it only boiling with one agitation or the other agitation or the other agitation. This sense of insecurity, inequality, injustice is being propagated. That may be false also in many cases. And now this government wants to solve every problem. Whenever get time, Mr. Modi ji is seen with a Sikh or in a Sikh Gurdwara. This is his commitment. So we are in the safe hands, and Punjab will progress under the guidance of Mr. Modi ji.
So I have a question on Dharma.
Yes, you're welcome.
And since your book, Sikhism, A Divine Path, as I see this book, question rises in my mind. And it is well accepted for fact that Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, they all come from the Sanatan Dharma. So as a philosopher, as a reader of religion, as a practitioner of spirituality, how do you see that these 4 religions, the Hindu, Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, and its evolution over the time from Sanatan Dharma? Your views on this?
Actually, there was God when there was no religion. Guru Nanak says so. Arbat narbat tandukara. Jab kuch bhi nahi tha, tab bhi God tha. So it started with Vedas, Purans, that philosophy. So we call it Sanatan. Sanatan is old, and we are all part of this Sanatan. And then there was improvement via Jain. It's an independent religion. Buddhism is again an independent religion. We have almost Buddha rule in maybe 10 countries. They are independent, but they are born here. They belong to this place. Jains is very small. Their population is only 44 lakh. Again, the Sikhism. Sikhism is the latest version of religion. Again, how to convert a human being into an angel. So Guru Nanak did it. So he says, "Ke respect all the religion. Sab Gurpeer hamare." All religious books are to be respected, have to be followed, and all these religious leaders are our own leaders. We have to honor them. So we are part of this country. This country has a special culture. All four religions are born here. That is Sanatan, Jain, Bodh and Sikhism. And we live and practice our religion together, because when this culture is with the land, this is our culture. We have the similar or the same kind of tradition. Marriage and everything, same things we have to practice. So as far as the name of the God, you call it Vaheguru, you call it Ram, you call it anything, both, whatever you say, Bhagwan Mahavir. So Guru Gobind Singh has written 150 names of the God, maybe 200. God ko you can call with him any name, but we all are Indians. Our religion is from Indian, it's Indian culture, Indian philosophy. So with refined with the passage of time, with the basic concept of the Sanatan. We are not different. How can we say? When 500 years back, Sikhism was not being practiced, what was my father, grandfather, great-grandfather's religion? We are from this land only, and now our constitution allows to practice as any religion. We have given place to other three religions also, which are the Anglo religion we call. This is Jews, Muslims and Christianity. We have also accepted them here in India, and they are all practicing their own religion.
Thank you very much, sir. It has been a pleasure meeting you and discussing with you several aspects of minority politics, dharma, and all. And looking forward to meet you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.